Another fun episode. The sixth episode for the third season of Star Wars Rebels, Imperial Super Commandos, has Sabine, Ezra, and Fenn Rau go to investigate his Mandalorian outpost after contact is lost. The episode is another side mission and provides more background about Sabine and what has happened to Mandalore after the fall of the Republic. On the surface, this episode feels like more filler and doesn't advance any overall main story arc for the season. However, I think Mandalore is going to play a major role going forward this season, and this might be the introduction to a major story arc involving them and how they could help the rebellion. Overall, the episode is solid. It expands the backstory of Sabine and has some great action sequences. The introduction of Mandalorian stormtroopers is another plus for the episode, and for Rebels overall. It sets up to hopefully have Mandalore to play a bigger role in the season overall. Filoni was able to bring in Mandalore and establish their culture in the Clone Wars. The plan might be to have Sabine and Rau be a bridge to bring them into the fold. During a fight with the Super Commandos, Sabine's mother is mentioned and how she is helping the Empire. The leader also mentions that Sabine's mother is disappointed in her because she left the Imperial Academy. This could lead to the crew traveling to Mandalore and meeting Sabine's mother, and to help Fenn Rau gain control of Mandalore and secure their support for the rebellion. I hope this is what Imperial Super Commandos is setting up. If not, then this episode was just another fun, interesting side mission that seems to have very little overall impact on the main stories. Knowing how Dave Filoni has liked to tell these stories, I doubt that's the case. This episode needs to be the start of a bigger arc, or it seems the season has stalled somewhat. Nothing has really moved forward since the first or second episode of the season. We have seen Thrawn setting up traps, but nothing has actually moved forward within the main storylines. What is the main story for the season? I thought it would be the crew fighting Thrawn, and them suffering losses throughout the year, and possibly them finding out some more information about the Death Star. This is yet to materialize, and I'm hoping we start to see the main story thread start to develop. The biggest problem I had with this episode, and the season overall, is the continued reliance on Chopper to get the crew out of trouble. In this episode, he unlocks Sabine and Ezra after Rau gets the drop on them in the shuttle. For this episode, Chopper is part of the mission. Rau knows he's on the shuttle. It made no sense for him not to do something with Chopper after he knocks out Sabine and Ezra. Granted, after Rau sees the destruction of his outpost, he doesn't care about Ezra and Sabine escaping, but he didn't know that before he walked out and saw the base. Then later, Ezra is compelled to reveal his force powers to save Chopper. Granted, Chopper is part of the crew, and a meaningful one. I don't mind Ezra revealing himself to save Chopper. I would just prefer Chopper to not be as big of a part of every episode. I probably should just get over this aspect since the show is geared for kids and he provides the comic relief to keep them engaged. However, they should still make his portions of the story make sense within the framework of the show. This was another good episode for the third season. I just hope it is the start of a major story arc involving the Mandalorians. If not, then it's just another solid side mission. The show does need to start moving forward with a more focused narrative. The side missions are fun, with good character development, but the main narrative should be explored to keep the audience engaged. Having more filler episodes, you run the risk of the audience tuning out, thinking they can miss episodes and it not affect their viewing. What did you think of this episode? Do you want a major story arc involving the Mandalorians? Do you think this was just another side filler episode? Comment and let me know. Like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching.